Hello everybody. So I said yesterday on Facebook and Instagram that I'd be sharing some meal planning tips and tricks and showing you how I do it. So we'll kick straight in with tip number 1. Lists. So you need an inventory list, you need a shopping list. It's as easy as that. Check all of your kind of cupboards, your pantry, your fridge and freezers. See what you've got in there first. It's pointless going to buy a loaf of bread if you've got one in the freezer. Simples. So we'll start with my very, very messy kitchen cupboards and obviously dishes all over the sink. But we've got our spices here. So I've always got everything in that I need. In these big tubs, I pay £8 for on eBay. And you can get all sorts of stuff. So I've got the taco one, I've got the fajita one. And in there I've got cilantro and that one, Italian seasoning. So I've always got them in. I always know that I've got them stocked. I think the only thing that I might need from there, oh no, I've got some at the back, is my sesame seeds for sesame chicken. Up here I've got me jars and sauces. Get the help when you can get it. If you can't be bothered to make a bolognese sauce, buy it. So I've got a ton of tomato puree because that's what I make my pizzas with, so I know I don't need to add them to my list this month. But I haven't got many pasta sauces this month. So as I said, we are coming to the end of the month, so it's almost shopping time. And up here I've got bottles that won't kind of fit anywhere else. So that's maple syrup, no it's not, it's golden syrup. That's oil that way, and what's that one? My spare barbecue sauce. In this side I've got kind of my salt, gravy, vinegar, coconut. And I'm busy working on a book, my second recipe book, and it's going to be gluten, dairy, nut and egg free for most of the recipes. So I've bought, because I didn't know that soy sauce had gluten in, I've bought a gluten-free soy sauce to try. So that one's Kikkoman, and it's tamari instead of soy sauce. Up there I've got my big bottle of Himalayan salt, my Chinese glaze, all my powdered sauces. So I know for a fact I'll need my sausage casserole mix, and at the top it's just random, really random stuff. Need to organise them. And then we'll come to the pantry. So now I know what I've got in there, I would be making lists of things that I might be missing or I need to top up on. And here we've got a very disorganised pantry. Got biscuits, chocolate, pretzels, breadsticks, sweets. I know I need more breadsticks because I'm down to a handful. Breakfast bars, I need some more of them. I've got 4 left. I need more dried fruit because we're running out of raisins. But biscuits, as you can see, we're fine for. That's hubby snacks up there. More pretzels because they get delivered every month. I haven't eaten many over the summer. Then we've got, can you see that? Again, a very disorganised pantry. We've got marshmallows, dairy-free chocolate chips. They are on the way already because I've got next to nothing left in there. Probably enough for one recipe. Self-raising flour I've got plenty of because I know I've got 4 bags in another cupboard. I say 4 bags. Beginning of lockdown, I kind of bulk bought flour because I couldn't get it anywhere. And I halved it with my dad. So I think I ended up with, what was it, an 8 kilo bag. So I ended up with 4 kilos. And I don't use self-raising flour that much. And apparently I've got chocolate chips everywhere. So that's that. These ones are all empty at the minute. I'm trying to figure out what to put in them. I've got some plain flour left, and I know that's the last of my plain flour, and I know I need pasta, so they'll go onto a shopping list too. Then we'll go over to the fridge, just because it's the closest thing to me. And my fridge is empty. So I've got milk, I get that delivered every week, so I know I don't need to buy it. I've got some cheese there. and some there, but we eat a lot of cheese. We eat a lot of cheese. So that probably won't last till Tuesday. And it's now Thursday. So salad cream, that's an open one, so it's in the fridge. I know I've got one thing of spread left, so that's going to have to go on the shopping list. I need all my sandwich stuff because I've got none. Got some crispy treats. I've got cheese spread, bit of lettuce, but that won't last the weekend. It should really have a napkin in. If you're storing fresh fruit and veg in the fridge, put a napkin in to stop it getting moisture. In here, again, next to nothing. That's kind of where snacks and packed lunch drawer. So I know I need more cheese strings, pepperonis, stuff like that. My fridge needs clean. Then, into the freezers. So, you're going to see a lot of tortillas. Last month, I forgot to write my list. Well, I forgot to do my inventory before writing my list. And I bought all my tortillas. Didn't need them because I already had 2 packets in. So, I've got tortillas there. We've got some pizzas left over. So they'll get eaten this weekend. Excuse the rummaging. We've got sausages, brody. We've got chicken nuggets. I've got about a third of a bag, really. You can't even see. Third of a bag. So I'll get some more of those. We've got pineapple chunks. We've got sliced bread. Got tortillas. I've got one thing of pita bread in there. So I know I need more pita bread for pizzas. We've got bagels, we've got more bread. There's a lot of bread in that drawer, so I won't be needing bread. Which is great, because kids go back to school next week. I haven't got it on, because that's still August. So I think the kids go back to school here and here. And then we're sorted. So, next up. Oh, apparently my freezer's been defrosting. It hasn't been shut properly. So we've got a small amount of chips, we've got ice cream, we've got Brody's ice cream, we've got more fruit. Oh, I've only got 2 corn on the cob left. I've got tomato puree for pasta kit, not a pasta kit, a pizza kit. A few more sausages, so I'll stick them in the top so I know that they're all together. Usually I haven't got a phone in my hand, so it's easier just to reorganise. I've got a bag of ice cubes in there, which will go in the other freezer, just to leave some more space in here. I've got mushrooms, I've got eggs. Yes, you can freeze eggs. Freeze your eggs. I've got an enchilada there, 1 enchilada, all alone. And I will come back through these and reorganise them. But there's sweeties and stuff, like ice pops. I'm trying to get a bit of ice off my freezer. I'll come back to that. Then through here we've got another big freezer, and this freezer is looking a bit bare. So this is the one where I generally keep all of my meals in. So I know I've got a couple of shepherd's pies, got pepperoni pinwheels, I've got, I think there's 4 left, potato waffles, freezer pops, ice pops. We've got some cookie dough, so I'll make some more this month. We've got fish fingers. We've got chicken burgers. We've got homemade garlic bread. I've got a chicken bake back there. More garlic bread, so probably don't need any this month. Because garlic bread we don't usually use for snacking. We use it in meals, so I don't need any garlic bread this month. I've got a chili and a sloppy joes in there. I've got, that's going to have freezer burn, chicken enchilada mix in there, but that's probably only about 1 serving in there. And then this one, we've got slow cooker chicken, which is coming out for tomorrow. It's red pepper chicken. I'll move that while I think on, else I'll forget. And then that just goes in the slow cooker tomorrow morning. I've got 2 chicken breasts. I've got Italian chicken, got lemon and garlic chicken, and a sesame chicken back there. I've got 1 bag of pancakes left. Freeze your pancakes. Make lots, freeze them. Got a random pizza in there, so that's going to go in the other freezer. I've got pepperoni pinwheels. I've got some pies, some fruit, Hawaiian chicken, beef burritos. So again, I probably don't need to make pies. I will need to make steak pies actually, because I think we've eaten most of them. We're pastry, so I probably only need one extra pastry this month even. Oh, I've got another bag of pancakes just hiding in there. And pancakes are so easy to freeze. You just make them up, you stick them in a freezer bag, layer them up. I'm not going to go and check this. Oop. Door doesn't want to close. I'm not going to check that one because I know that's fruit, bread and ice cubes. So, I know I'm going to need all of my meat, my potatoes, my pasta. Okay then, so my meal plan tips. Obviously, I've said start with your lists. Then go to your freezers, your cupboards, your fridge, pantry, wherever you've got your food stored. See what you've got, see what you haven't got. What I do is I don't make a list of what I've got, because typically I've already got a list of what I've got. I'll show you that. On the wall there is all of my freezer meals that I made last month, and then I just make a line through them. If we don't like them, I will just take them off the board so I know not to make them anymore. Always plan a night off, so whether you get a takeaway or you run to the supermarket, just grab a pizza, or get your other half to cook, get the kids to cook. Whatever it takes to let you have a night off. Use your go-to meals, so usually mine are things like sloppy joes, minced dumplings, teriyaki, and enchiladas. Always use those meals. Sometimes I'll switch the teriyaki for chow mein. I'll switch the enchiladas for, well, usually I just switch my meat and my enchiladas. So I'll do a beef one, I'll do a chicken one. Think about your range of equipment. When I first started batch cooking for freezer meals, I realised I didn't have as much as I thought I did. So it was easy just to make slow cooker meals. But when I was making, for example, pork chop sheet pan, I realised that my pans weren't enough. Or the one that I went out and bought was too big. So make sure you know your range of equipment. Don't go to a recipe, say, right, I can do that, and then realise you haven't actually got the equipment to do it. Don't be too stringent. Be fairly flexible with your meals. So I stopped using the calendar meal plan because I know on a Monday I haven't got time for mince and dumplings. But that's kind of what was on the list for the day. It ends up in wasting money, wasting food, and it's just not something you need. So complete flexibility, life will get in the way, it's guaranteed. Check what space you've got. When you are making 30 odd freezer meals, make sure they're going to fit. I did that when I first started. I thought, right, I can go ahead and just make meals for the month. I had a little chest freezer at the time, and it was not enough. Certainly not enough. Plan for leftovers. So I don't usually freezer cook for lunches. I'll freezer cook snacks, and I'll freezer cook obviously my meals. Batch cook. I will keep saying freezer cook. I'll batch cook with kind of end of day meals and with snacks. But I've always planned leftovers for lunchtime. So say if I've made, I'll just use teriyaki chicken again. I always make too much noodles or rice. So I know that I can use that again for a lunch. Always write out your meal plans using your lists, because it's pointless writing out lists if you're not going to use them. When I first started cooking, freezer cooking, either way, I would just write and go, ooh, I fancy this, ooh, I fancy that. But then I ended up spending more money because it didn't already have the ingredients in. Just wasting money, wasting time. Write out your shopping list. Always write out your shopping list, and don't shop while hungry. You'll waste even more money. Add treats in your batch cooking. Crispy treats are a really easy one. Peanut butter bars, another easy one. Mix it up as well. So make sure that you're not doing the same meals every month. Or if you are, maybe have one at the beginning of, say, August and the one at the end of September. So just keeping everything different, I suppose. Don't try too many new recipes at once. I did this. I'm actually really ashamed that I did this. I did this month, actually. We tried 4 new recipes, and we've actually only gotten to one of them. We do have a few days left, so we will get those ones eaten. But the one that we have tried kind of put us off the rest because we didn't like it. I did a ranch chicken, and I did it in a slow cooker. So that was just awful. It was not. We'll not be doing that one again. It might have been different if I'd done it in a pan or in the oven, but slow cooker and ranch sauce don't mix. If it cooks from frozen, don't use glass. This should be a really obvious one, but a lot of glassware now says that it's freezer safe. Yes, it may well be freezer safe, but is it safe to take it out of the freezer, put it straight in the oven within 10 minutes? Probably not. Just don't do it. Don't risk it. Save your pans. If you do use glass for your freezer, then make sure you're defrosting the meal that's in it. Don't put a meal in that you can just cook from frozen. Batch cook. I'm going to tell everybody, batch cook. Saves money, saves time, and it means that I'm not standing for hours cooking mince and dumplings. It's already in the freezer. Just pull it out, stick it in the oven. Done. Make your freezer your best friend. Biggest tip ever. Invest in your food storage as well. So don't use cheap plastic that is going to break in the freezer. Don't use cheap bags that are going to split or allow for freezer burn. And just invest in your storage. It's the best tip anybody will ever give you, is invest in your food storage. Never start from scratch. You will waste money, guarantee it, because you'll go and find a recipe you like the sound of. You might not like the taste of it. So you've bought all those ingredients and wasted it because you're probably not going to use them again. Always have your diary handy. When you're planning freezer meals, like next month, I know we're going to be out 3 nights plus Mondays. So those 3 nights, it's pointless making freezer meals for. So it saves me time, it saves me money not to make them. Start small. If you're just starting out with batch cooking and making freezer meals, start small. Do maybe a week and see how you go. Because if you're making everything all at once, it's a mad rush. I'm a year in, just over a year in, and it's still a long 13-hour day when I'm batch cooking and doing meal prep. And mind your budget. Know what your budget is. We spend £250 a month. That's for 5-6 of us. And £250 a month sounds like a lot. Probably is. And then every 3 months, I'll buy my spices, my freezer bags, and trays. So just try and save money wherever you can. If you can use cheaper shops, use cheaper shops. If you can find deals in your regular shops, use them. And like I said, let your freezer be your best friend. If you see these yellow labels all the time. Go to the end of the aisle, you'll see a discount bit. Those yellow labels are on there probably because there's 1 or 2 days left of, chicken. Stick it in the freezer or cook it that day and then freeze it so that you know what you've got, what you haven't got, and you're saving money at the same time. So yes, when you go into freezer meal cooking, it is highly recommended that you get, can you see it? Meal plan and recipes. I know that's backwards because I'm using my front camera. And in my file, I've got the hiccups again. All of my recipes in there, many of which are in my recipe book. But I've also got separate lists in there. So I've got a list of meals that I quickly go to or that we eat on a regular basis. I've got all the meals that I typically make. I add to that all the time. So if we're trying a new meal, we really like it, like the Italian chicken, I'm now going to add that to my list. I've got temperature and weight conversions there on my website if you want to go over to kazthompson.co.uk. They are on there for weight and temperature conversions. They're really easy. Most of my recipes I write down in cups just because it's easier than getting the scales out all the time. But yeah, it's really, really easy. So, another tip. Meal plan while you're hungry. It's complete opposite. Do not shop while you're hungry, but meal plan when you're hungry. Because there'll be something that you fancy that you're probably not going to think of if you've just had mince and dumplings. I will keep using it as reference. But if you've just had mince and dumplings, you're probably not going to want to think about food. So you probably not think of your beef stews or doing another mince and dumplings. They're easy to freeze. You might not think of your bigger meals, and we're coming to colder weather. You want nice hearty meals. So make sure to meal plan while you're hungry. There will be something there that catches your fancy. But yeah, never shop while hungry. You will waste money. You will waste time. It's all about saving time, people. Okay, so we're going to move on to actual meal planning. So like I said, I got rid of my calendar meal plans a few months ago because it was just too strict, too stringent, didn't allow for life to get in the way. And it meant I was wasting things. If you're on my regular Facebook page, you might have seen that I had freezer meals to give away kind of early into lockdown because I just had too much because life getting in the way. But so we're gonna start with, I've written out my shopping list and it's everything that I get every month. So I know I need sugar, flour, pepperonis, sandwich stuff, mince, all my meats, cheese strings, dried fruit. When we were in the pantry before, I said I was running low on raisins. I've got flour twice on the list, and it would typically be me, and I'd go and buy flour twice. Breadsticks, I did say before. My pasta sauces you'd seen in this cupboard, I was running low on them. Sausages, I know I've got some sausages in there, but it kind of depends on whether I do a sausage casserole or something, which actually I'll probably not because I don't have casserole mixes in at the moment. Tortillas, I know I've got some in the freezer, I've got 2 packs in the freezer, but I'm going to need more because I'm going to do the tortilla lasagna because we've got everything in for that, and I'll do enchiladas as well because everything's already on the list and I've already got my spices and stuff in here. So my meal plans, as I said, excuse me, enchiladas. What else do we do every month? We'll do mince and dumplings just because I've mentioned it so much. Mince and dunks. We've got kind of potatoes on the list. We've got a veg on the list, mixed veg, mixed peppers. If you can use frozen stuff, use frozen stuff. Sometimes it's even fresher than the fresh stuff. We've all seen the adverts. We have. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to look over to my... I'm on the wrong page. So this is all of the meals that I can make. That's a double-sided page. And I split my meals into beef, chicken, pork and other. Same as I do with our snacks and desserts. So I'll split them into fruit, chocolate and other. So I know I'm probably not going to be bothered about making meatballs this month because we've had it already. I think we had it twice actually. So I'll not add meatballs to the list. It's an easy go-to, but I'll probably not add it because we've already had it twice this month. Chili, I know I've still got a chili in the freezer, so I'll not add that. Shepherd's pies I've got in the freezer, I'll not add that. I will add a tortilla lasagna because we haven't had one this month. And they're so easy to make, prep, and you just bung it in the oven, frozen. Nice and easy. Pulled pork is a nice quick one. We had pulled beef this month, so I'll do a pulled pork for next month. And I've found somewhere nice and cheap to grab my pork from. Carbonara, my husband will eat, the kids will eat, well 2 out of 3 will. And again, that's a nice easy dish, but that one isn't a freezer meal. My carbonara, I do not make a frozen carbonara. Baked spaghetti, I know for a fact I've got an extra bag of spaghetti. Pack. So, alright, baked spaghetti down, I'll do that. What else? I know hubby's still got quiches in the freezer. I know we've got a few pizzas, but they're really popular, so I'll do pizzas. And all I do with them, I think I've showed the video before, is pita bread. Use pita bread. Saves you time. Get the help where you can get it. Tuna pasta is another one that I don't make for the freezer. I don't really like pasta in the freezer. I just think it comes out mushy. Quesadillas, I do them every month, but I'm always switching them up. So I'll use different meats, I'll use different veg, different cheeses. And they're nice and easy. So I've already got my sandwich stuff written down. I've got all my lunch stuff for the kids going back to school written down. What else could we possibly make? Curry. I know I can do curry. And I've got curry paste in here. Teriyaki, because I want to try the gluten-free soy sauce. So I'll do teriyaki because I've got everything in the cupboard apart from the chicken. So that's another nice easy one. Wraps I'll probably not do if I'm doing enchiladas and tortilla lasagna. I think that's just too many tortillas, to be quite honest. Chicken dippers or chicken skewers? Which shall we do? I think I'll do a Chinese chicken skewer. Chinese chicken. Yes. So I kind of know my meals off by heart. So I've seen what I have and haven't got. I know all of my recipes. I know what's going into them. And I know what I can do without. So if, I don't say I'm making a teriyaki, if I haven't got garlic powder in, I know we're fine without it. I can just skip it off the recipe. It's easy. Oh, there's a reminder. Sweet chili sauce. I do need some of that because we ran out with the sweet chili chicken that we did this month, and that was lovely. What else could we do? What else can we do? We could do stir fry. Could we? Yes, if I'm getting the mixed peppers, mixed veg, got noodles in, we could do a stir fry. I'll do egg fried rice because I know I'm going to have rice in. I've always got eggs. And it's just kind of going through what you've got, what you're already going to buy, and use those to prep your meals. Like I know we've got chicken burgers in the freezer, so I know they'll need to be used, so I'll buy bread buns for them. Which reminds me, bread buns. I know what we need to be using. I know what's in the cupboards, in the fridge, in the freezer. And we'll just use them from there. So, meal planning is actually really easy, and this is literally how I do it now. I write it on the same list, on the same page, sorry, as my shopping list. So you see, shopping list goes onto 2 columns, and then my meals are here. And usually I'd have my inventory list beside me as well, so that I know what I haven't got. But yeah, I think that's it. Meal plan's nice and easy, and it's really, really cheap to do. When you're planning for your snacks, start with what you've got. A lot of people won't just randomly keep brown sugar in. if it's not going to be used in a meal, it might not be bought. So really plan ahead for your snacks, and try and use ingredients that are going to last for a while. So I don't know, shortbread, really easy one. And anything can be done with shortbread. You can do flavoured shortbreads, you could do shortbread with fruit, you can do shortbread, what are they called? Fruit pizzas on shortbread. So you can really mix shortbread up, and the flour, the butter and the sugar are gonna last if you don't get to use them all. So yeah, absolutely fine with that. Cookie dough is a really easy one to keep in the freezer. I've always got at least one bag of 6. Was there 6 in that bag? Pancakes as well. They're a really easy one. They take 4 or 5 minutes in a preheated oven. Yeah, pita pizzas, they take 10 minutes maximum. And I know this month I'm going to be making a pot de creme, so I'll grab stuff for that. And I think I've got everything except the cream. And that's the only thing I haven't got. Truffles are a nice easy one. I know I've got stuff to make cakes in. Brownie bites, I cheat completely and I use cake. So obviously you just make your basic cake, then you crumble it, add a bit of extra icing in, and then roll it into balls. You've got your brownie bites. My husband doesn't like cake, so we had to figure that one out. Peanut butter bars, I know I've got 2 jars of peanut butter, because I plan to make them beginning of July, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So I'll make peanut butter bars too, and then that'll kind of see it through. And I know I've got loads of marshmallows, I know I've got Rice Krispies, I can make crispy treats, or what's the chocolate version called? You know what I'm on about. So we're talking a lot about food and sweeties and treats, and yep, I'm gonna let you go now, and I might be back at some point with a new video. See you later.